No, I'm not taught anything at this stage, but I'm reminded. I'm reminded about how important love and tolerance and forgiveness are. And hopefully that will be the larger message in here.
Yeah.
That we should be reminded that love is important. Tolerance is probably the most effective way of interaction with other people. Forgiveness is extremely important in life.
I like that. Religious. Are you religious? Do you believe in something? Anything?
Yeah, I believe in me.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you don't believe in anything else?
Anything else?
Well, it's a religious thing. Like, is it in God, or is there something like that?
Well, you can separate God from religion, which that's what I do. I believe in God. I believe in me. Same person.
What's up, Gemini? Welcome back to HumanBeingSoulForever. I'm Nick, and we'll be continuing with the theme for Black History Month and using the African culture cards. So with that being said, let's get right into it. What is the message for the Gemini for the month of February 2018? What is the message for the Gemini for the month of February 2018? Let's see, so far we got, all right, the Five of Wands. Looks like this one to be in reverse, the Six of Pentacles. Okay. We have the Lover's card. Some love's in the air for sure. Cool. And we have the Knave of Pentacles. In other words, the Page of Pentacles. Okay. Let's see if we can get at least 4 more out, or at least 2 more out. Get at least 6. Alrighty. Okay, so we have Ten of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Swords in reverse. We have the Four of Wands. We have the High Priestess in reverse. And we have the King of Wands upright. Make room for this King of Wands. Okay, put that right there. And the bottom of the deck is the Sun in reverse. Okay. So, looking at your cards, the message I'm picking up is that you're definitely in some sort of conflict in your life right now. Maybe that is internally, or maybe that is with someone else significant in your life. That could be, someone you're in a relationship with romantically, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, a family member, close friend. Maybe the conflict is stemming from the lack of reciprocation currently being given. With the Six of Pentacles in reverse, I always kind of look at it as these are two individuals, one who is open to giving and the other who is open to receiving. And by both being open in their way, it's able to accomplish a mutual expression, a mutual sharing of whatever is valuable. It could be money, finances, it could be communication. Being a Gemini, being an air sign, you guys are definitely all about effective communication, and that's kind of very important in your relationship. So when there's a lack of that, there could definitely be a conflict. Conflict can definitely arise because either you get into your own head of thinking and analyzing the way that you do and coming to a conclusion about a situation with the knowledge that is given to you and that you have to go by and then put in your own compass to make a ruling about, or there's just simply this angst and this buildup of, well, I like to call it negative energy when you're not able to express what needs to be expressed. If you have a thought in your head, if you have something on your heart to say, it's best to say it, because it relieves you of the stress that it could put you through, as well as it may be a truth, it may be a message that the person or the people that you need to tell that to, it could help them as well. So it's definitely a withholding of sharing, of most likely communication. But like I said, that can also stem from finances. Being that this Lover card is coming up, though, most likely it is stemming to a very significant relationship in your life right now. And this usually is, of course, the card of two individuals who are in a romantic relationship and a very divine relationship. But, being love is a universal language that can apply to, as I said, a romantic relationship or just any significant relationship, friendship, family relations. Once this line of communication is opened back up and that reciprocation is being given again, you guys may be able to come back into this understanding of the two of you needing to be in each other's lives in this way, and the reason why you guys first came into each other's lives, because you had that overwhelming feeling that it was meant to be. And it takes you to be open, as I said, to that, and in understanding that let's not focus so much on a detail or two that may have caused you to get into this conflict. It's not to ignore the conflict, it's not to ignore whatever is causing this lack of communication. But in turn, what's best to always accomplish goals and to get to an agreement and a solution over things is first starts with communication. So there's definitely a need for that right now. It's funny, Geminis are a very emotional sign, and they're very sensitive, empathetic people, but they have a poker face like no other, and they have that other twin, if you will, that one twin feels deeply, one twin feels as though they need to express and let be known what is their deep true feelings, and the other twin is like, well, that can make me seem vulnerable, that can make me seem weak in a sense, because you guys are always very expressive and communicative, so you're always very expressive about what your standards are in a relationship. And for someone to come in and do things to go against that grain, you could definitely get to a point where you feel as though there's no more that needs to be said, and you kind of get in your own defense about that, because you feel as though, like I said, you shouldn't have to say something that is so important to you more than once or more than a few times at first, and someone should always remember that and understand that. But keeping in mind that everyone doesn't operate that way, and if it's someone you truly care about, it's not about changing your ways and changing your standards to demean yourself and not value yourself, but it's to have that sense of compromise and accommodation for those who you truly do care about, just as they would do for you. And that's the key. If an individual would do that and you truly feel as though they could, you know, at least open up that extension, at least extend your hand a bit further than you normally would if you know a person wasn't going to reciprocate that. Yeah, I think with this Page of Pentacles in reverse, it's definitely you being a bit, you know, the page indicating a youthful figure usually, a bit menace, a bit, I don't want to use the word childish, but a bit shallow and strict on what you believe and what you're going after and what you're going to stand up for. The Pentacles card indicating usually money or resources, just something valuable. You know, the Page upright is one who sets out on the quest and is open to achieving and receiving all the resources and money or whatever that is to come for them. And that includes anything valuable like a relationship or love as well. But in reverse, I feel as though this is signifying you being a bit more rigid, a bit less open to that compromise, as I was discussing earlier. It's kind of like I said, you're in that mentality where, you know, you feel as though you don't have to do more than what you've already done. And, you know, to be honest, that could be true in certain cases, depending on the situation. But like I said, it all takes for you to look at your personal situation in your life and what this can pertain to, and truly feel as though is that the right move to make. You know, you guys are commonly known and people understand your power. So it is not necessary all the time to feel as though you have to defend that, because your very being is strength. Your very being demands respect. Much like this King of Wands, I feel as though, you know, if you see a man like this out in the wild or wherever he is in this card, you will step to this person, or before you do, you will even see from a distance that he is a person who's going to demand respect. He is going to look like he's a bit more powerful than everybody else around. And when you approach this person, you know, they're gonna tell you their standards. They're gonna tell you what they're looking for. They're gonna tell you what they expect. And it's up to you to approach this person. This person, I feel as though being you, the King of Wands, who deserves this respect, who deserves this this offering, who deserves this, their standards being met. At the same time, the King of Wands indicating a fire energy, indicating a openness and a quest to gaining what they want. Like I said, that requires a certain amount of versatility. And also being a Gemini and being a mutable sign, you guys are all about that. You guys are all about being open to change, tying up the loose ends. Very much so being about the details as well. So I would very much so understand why you'd be in your feelings or in your head about whatever the situation in your life is that is now causing you to demand respect. However, we always have to keep in mind the overarching goal, the big picture, which is to just have relationships that can honor that and respect you in that way, but still give you the fun times, give you the good times, give you the, you know, just the bliss of life that everyone wants to seek, first with themselves and then with other people in their lives who are close to them like that. So that versatility is really what I feel as though this King of Wands is indicating. And being in that energy, being in that versatile nature, it'll get you to fulfillment. It'll get you to the things that you're looking for. Like I said, whether that may be money or something valuable in your life like love or relationship. Just as in this Six of Cups card, or excuse me, Six of Pentacles card, there's a withholding of what is being given. And it's, in a sense, it kind of reminds me of like the Four of Cups card, or Pentacles card, that usually implies someone being stubborn with what they have because they know it's valuable. And I'm kind of getting the same energy from the Six of Cups, or goodness gracious, this Six of Pentacles in reverse, because it's that same sense of defense for what you have and what's important to you. And the same with this Page of Pentacles as well. I feel as though that indicates, like I said, you being kind of having tunnel vision and very narrow-eyed on what exactly you're expecting and what you want another to give to you and to reciprocate, and what you're willing to give in return, but only if you get back what you want first and foremost. And like I said, I think it's about getting into this energy of the King of Wands to understand that it takes that versatility, it takes that openness, it takes that I give a little, you give a little, and then I tell you again what my standards are, only for you to really honor that. And if you don't, then by all means I would stay in this defensiveness and do my own thing and move on if I have to. But if I do give a little and I feel as though you're giving back a little, that effort is to be appreciated. And therefore, as we continue to do that process, you can gain the most fulfillment. You could gain the most resources and the most value that you're looking for. Yeah, yet again, this Eight of Swords indicating it's about kind of getting out your head and more so into the real situation and looking at it for exactly what it is. You know, our mind commonly creates these ideas in our head about what a situation will be and what it's going to manifest and what it should look like. And a lot of times that allows us to get out of the present, which is the only time we truly have power to change something and control something, and instead get either in the past or the future, where we feel as though in the future we have that idea of what it should be, and in the past, well, what was done to me and what happened before that can alter the present moment. And it's kind of like you're surrendering your power to the past or the future when you do that, because if you can exhaust all that energy in the present time to make the situation for best of what it is, then that's probably what you should do. And if a situation is too toxic, if a situation is not good enough for you to do that, then it's completely understandable for you to move on. Because I think that what you really truly want is just this sense of harmony and peace in your life in general. And this also speaking to the relationships in your life. You don't want constant conflict. You really don't want this issue of constant needing to tell, like I said, other people what you really want, and for them to not deliver, and then you be upset about it, and then going that cycle back and forth every time something isn't respected in the way that it should be, giving to you and in the way it should be. You truly do just want this harmony. But like I said, also being a very strong-minded sign, you guys are not going to settle and settle for less and surrender to what isn't going to honor your value. So like I said, really what can help with that is that communication to other people in your life. If you feel as though it's worth it and it's valuable to you, communicate. Yet again, like, look, this is what I need. This is what I feel. This is what isn't okay with this situation for me. And this is why I feel the way I do. And can we figure out some way to, you know, get to that better understanding and actually start giving each other what we're looking for? Yes, okay, great. If not, then, you know, maybe it's time for me to, you know, see what the ending, see what something else could bring me in return. And if that is just simply you being by yourself, or you just coming to this peace within that you feel as though once you get there, it'll just allow you to attract things that will automatically honor and respect what you're looking for in your life. Yeah, I feel as though also with this High Priestess in reverse, it's indicating that you're dealing with a lot of some subconscious feelings right now. And, you know, the High Priestess upright indicates someone who's very in tune with their intuition, who's very in tune with their inner emotions, very much in control of them, and therefore can bring their subconscious to the conscious and therefore live a balanced life because they have motive, they have purpose behind everything that they do and feel in the real world. But I feel as though this card being in reverse could indicate the need to get back to that place and truly connect with what your intuition is telling you. And like I said, whether your intuition is telling you that this situation is not something to continue to put effort into, then go with that. Or if it's telling you to look a bit closer and analyze it a bit better with the balance of your mind and your heart, with your conscious and your subconscious, to come to an understanding of how willing you are to really fight for this situation. But first, getting to this place of control back over of your subconscious and connection to that, to your higher self, to give you that guidance. With this Sun card in reverse, I feel as though this is indicating yet again that seriousness that is present here. Whether it's seriousness or just an extreme amount of ignorance or childlike nature. You know, the Sun upright means, you know, joyfulness and fun and just childlike in a good way, nostalgia in a good way that just makes you bring back all the good memories and just reminisce on that good time and be present as well in that good time. In reverse, I feel as though it's indicating, like I said, either that seriousness that you're having, that how serious you're taking yourself, to say, you know what, I'm standing in my stance. I'm standing in what I believe in, and I'm not moving anymore. That lack of flexibility that is maybe required for you to get to this better sense of fulfillment, or you not knowing enough, like I said, from the lack of communication, or you just not reaching deep enough within and connecting with yourself enough to really analyze the situation well, to make a very important decision, because this Lovers card is not a light card. This is a major arcana. And so I'm feeling as though this relationship, whatever it is definitely something that is willing to be fought for, and especially being upright. It came up for that reason, to state that if this communication is had, we could get back to this divinity that is between you and another, or between you and some type of relationship. You just have to be open to it. And it makes sense that, you know, these major arcanas as well, the High Priestess and the Sun are upright or are in reverse, because when a Gemini is not in a communicative state, they're not able to communicate how they feel and what they're thinking and what they want, then that's very against their nature. Therefore, will cause you to be out of tune with yourself, and will cause you to not be as joyful and playful and fun and free as you normally would be in life. It's a dark place, you know. But as well, the Gemini being the twins, like I said, is always kind of that twin who's always out there in the world trying to have fun and explore things, but it's always that twin. They switch roles and they swamp every now and then. If the twin's out there having fun, in the back is that twin who is always more reflective, is that twin who is always more in tune with their subconscious and how they truly feel and reflect on everything. So maybe what is happening is that twin, that more reflective twin, that more introverted twin, that more mature twin, in a sense, depending on how you look at it and what situation, is now at the forefront and is looking at their life and seeing what stays and what goes and what makes sense and what feels good and what doesn't, while the twin who's normally joyous and happy and playful is in the back waiting to be released yet again. But it takes it takes that time to reflect. But coming to that understanding and eventually expressing yourself is what is going to be beneficial. And it's funny because this Four of Pentacles card that I was talking about earlier with the Six of Pentacles just hopped out. And I feel as though it's definitely indicating that sense of stubbornness that's going on. That sense of holding on to what you know is valuable, which is yourself, which is your communication, which is your life opened up to another. It's taking you to really just go inside and figure out if what you're receiving and what you're getting is worth your time and your energy now. And that verdict will soon be made. With this wheel, with the Wheel of Fortune card, I feel as though it's indicating that you're trying to figure out what path is best to take. You do have many options, and you do have a few options that will all lead to your success and your betterment and your growth. Like I said, whether that is back to this person who is significant in your life or away from them. Whether that is focusing on your dreams and your goals and obtaining these resources to get to the sense of peace. You know, those are three paths right there. A significant person, abundance financially, or just resources, doing something that is of work nature and of creativity, or just this peace and sense of harmony within. Those are your paths. And it's up to you to really figure out. All right, sorry guys, I received a call and I had to answer it. I thought I turned my phone off to where I couldn't get him, but whatever. So yeah, back to this. You have those paths, those options to go to get to fulfillment one way or another in your life. And with the Six of Wands card, I feel as though you will be in a it will lead you to a place, either which of these options, to get to a place of success and achievement in your life. And you know, people will look in on the outside into your life and see these situations that have manifested, that are present now in your life, and appreciate that and give you kudos for manifesting what is in your life. Because you know, it takes that understanding, it takes that need, that drive, that want truly in something, like I said, whether it may be a relationship or just a goal in your life, to continue to work hard and continue that passion to foster and put in what you feel as though is worth it. But like I said, being in this reflective state, it's understandable that if you just need to take a time to figure out exactly what you want and what exactly that is. And with this Five of Swords, I think it's just that. I think it's you just surrendering to the situation and saying, you know what, I don't want to fight no more. I do not want to be in this conflict of the Five of Wands anymore, and have to be on guard, have to be on defense, and make the other person be as well. I'll instead walk away. I'll instead do what I need to do in order for this conflict to stop, and then I could just retreat and reflect on what I need to do. And if that is more so geared to a creative venture in your life, or just something at work related, is you also taking a break, a pause in that, kind of shifting your focus from crafting and building to, like I said, yet again, coming to this very reflective state and figuring out exactly what you do want to eventually get to this Ten of Pentacles. But like I said, they're both upright. The Ten of Pentacles, you can get to those resources, you can get to that success and that fulfillment that you're looking for, and you can get to this abundant relationship, you can get to this divine relationship in your life. It just takes you to start being open and communicative about that. Yeah, because once you do it, what you want and what you need to come to you. And you'll be able to, yet again, open up emotionally. As you can see in this card, this man is waiting on the edge of the ocean with his 9 of Cups. Content and happy, yet waiting for that complete whole. And this card, his woman to come, who is beautiful, who's gracious, and who has, in a sense, his last cup. 9 of Cups. Excuse me, yeah, 9 of Cups. And this 10 of Pentacles, I feel as though can pair together to, this is what is needing to be fulfilled in order for you to have this full sense of fulfillment in your life. And although this is Pentacles and this is Cups, it's kind of all the same thing for you. Like I said, just success and happiness and contentment in general. And setting out exactly what you want. You know, being able to yet again open up your heart, open up your life to all your possibilities. And like I said, yet again, all the love that could come your way and all the resources and success. Definitely. It's a very interesting reading. I know you guys have the tool. I know you guys have the mental power and analytical ability to really come to an understanding of what you need in your life. All right, back again, guys, to pull your angel card. Didn't want to forget that. So let's see what card we can pull to resonate with your reading. Celebration. Okay. So celebration, as I stated, I feel as though it goes with this 6 of Wands and goes even with this 10 of Pentacles, as well as this Lover's card. It's just getting to that ultimate sense of fulfillment that will be worth celebrating, that will be worth showing appreciation for and towards, gratitude. You know, there's so many things in life that can keep us down and make us look to what we don't have and what should be done. Like I said, whether in our relationships or just in our life in general. But when we reach these milestones, when we reach the little things sometimes too, on the journey to fulfillment, it could be worth celebrating. It could be worth being in that, like I said, that energy, that sense of gratitude and just appreciating what is around you. We could go back and forth all the time with what we don't have and what we don't need, but when we do figure out what we have in our life, it can definitely make us more excited about the process. It could definitely make us want to reach that end quicker and come up with new things and new goals to achieve. Even something as abstract as like your spiritual journey. You know, a lot of people get into their spiritual journey and feel as though, you know, changing their diet or picking up a new meditation routine or figuring out a new set of laws or, you know, any of the sorts, just any theory to help with their spiritual growth. All beautiful things, but once we get in a routine and once we get used to the things that we're doing to grow spiritually, like I said, that diet hoop, you know, you go from eating meat to not eating meat, for example, being vegan or vegetarian, you feel as though, okay, great, you know, I've done that, kind of used to it now. It's nothing wrong. The thing about spirituality is it's nothing wrong with going and growing and trying new things. That's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to open your heart up to figure out what tactics, what methods you can use to get to that ultimate sense of fulfillment and success in your life, and celebrating the things that have allowed you to grow and achieve in that way. And bringing it back to this, like I said, just those goals in your life, celebrate those times, appreciate those times that you have while they're here, and that you can reflect on as you grow and get better. All right, Gemini. So I hope that helps. Hope that resonates. Talk to you soon.